All right, so there's a discussion going on in the lesbian subreddit where somebody asked, would you date someone with the same name as you? Personally, to answer that question, I don't think, being with somebody who has the same name as me, I don't think that'd be a deal breaker. Like, it'd get confusing, but when people are trying to address us, but that's like the only downside, I think. Like, it'd be kind of cute, if you were able to like call somebody the same name, like, oh, like, oh, hi, CoolHotTakes, hi, CoolHotTakes, something like that. But let's see, I'm gonna put yes, because there's a poll here. I know you can't see it, but like 666 people said they would date someone who has the same name, and 525 people would not. So almost an even split, kind of like a 40-50 split or something like that. Let's see what commenters said. Dang. When I first clicked on the thread, it was 69 comments, so nice. But now it's 70 comments. Boo. But anyway, let's see what some commenters say. Let's see if they bring up any points that might sway me in another direction, or sway any of you in another direction. You have your opinions on this topic. Maybe. Maybe you don't care. But let's see what other people have to say. One person said, I'd get married so I could take their last name and then we truly have the same name. True. That's cute. Someone else said, hooking up with someone with the same name as me is kind of narcissist fantasy of mine. See, it's weird, but when I think about hooking up, I wouldn't hook up with somebody who, I feel more weird about hooking up with someone who happen to have a weird name, because that comes off as more like kinky. So, there's that. Somebody else said, I guess it depends on how rare the name is and how much potential it has for nicknames. Name rarity, I mean, my name is somewhat rare, especially in America. There's only been one person in any of my classes who had the same name as me. But like, how rare, like, if somebody did have the same name as me, I don't know, I'd just be more amazed than like weirded out because it's rare. Nicknames, I don't care, like, again, like, just calling each other the same name, I mean, I think that's cute. You don't need, like, necessarily, you can have nicknames, but, like, I'd need them necessarily, but I wouldn't, argue with my partner if they wanted to, use nicknames, to, help us, like, tell each other apart. So, sorry about that. The commenter keeps saying, if it's a really rare name and also pretty short, it might be pretty strange. I could see that. But if you already know 3 people with the same name as you, and you can make like 5 nicknames out of it, it's totally fine in my opinion. I don't know, like I'd say 2 nicknames would be enough if you really needed nicknames, just to like tell yourselves apart. 5 nicknames is kind of weird, but I guess if you really like nicknames, sure. Somebody says, my name isn't that common, so I think finding a girl with my name and she also happens to like women as well is really rare. Yeah, facts, same. Somebody else says, to be honest, my own name isn't that weird for me. I'm dating someone who has the same name as my sister, and that's a little bit weird. That was a little bit weird for me at first. That would definitely be weirder and like harder to get over for me. It's like, I cut my family out of my life, and so somebody who had like a name, somebody who shared a name with one of those family members could be kind of triggering. It really depends if, who they were really, really transformed that name in my mind, or really, drowned out the previous kind of meaning of that name in my life. So, yeah, I'm uncomfortable already just thinking about it. Let's move on. Somebody says, I have before. We are number one and number two. It was funny. Dude, like if we could do a thing one, thing two type thing and have like go out with like to contests and stuff with like shirts and stuff, that would be awesome. And then like if we ever adopted kids like thing three, thing four, that'd be like the corny stuff that I live for. So yeah, totally down for that, personally. Somebody says, I have 3 names I'm happy to go by, so I don't mind at all. You know, yeah, if you're doing that, you know, if you have that kind of list of names that you're cool with, that could be a way to like solve that issue. Cool. Somebody says, I did briefly. Oh, wait. While it was a small strike against dating a woman, if she's in a bunch of other ways amazing, I'll look past it. I don't really get why it would be a downside. Like, I was hoping that, you know, people who were against it would give good reason, but anyway, they say, I have an extremely common name, so never dating someone with my name really cuts out a lot of people. Yeah, something to consider if you have a common name. They say, we went by different nicknames. Okay. One of the fortunate things about my fairly common but long name is that there are a lot of ways to shorten it. Cool. I know 2 men both named John. Hey, how are you gonna dox John but you're not gonna like dox yourself? Rude. You have a common name. Anyway, just kidding. They were married, and they said, I gave my kid a very uncommon name. So are you not straight? Like this subreddit, I really hate this about the subreddit, but they have a big thing about, you know, if you're not totally lesbian, like you're less welcome in the community or whatever because they're not lesbian. So here this person is kind of like admitting, like, unless, you know, they had a child before realizing they were lesbian, but still, I think most people would consider that being bi. I don't know, unless, you know, you were attacked and got pregnant that way. But like, I don't know, I'm judging and reading too much into this. But yeah, I know people around here are kind of picky about that, and I don't like it. But, you know, it just kind of caught my eye. Makes me kind of feel like a hypocrite that I kind of, you know, thought too much into that. But anyway, last commenter says, when I was a younger gay, I turned down a girl for this exact reason. Yeah, I hope you kind of realized that was a bit immature, unless you had a good reason. They say she was drop dead gorgeous though. It's funny how stupid you are in your early 20s. So she admitted it was not the best decision, but yeah. Anyway, what do you think? Would you date somebody with the same name as you? Comment below, let me know. I actually realized, hopefully I've fixed my comment issue. It turns out that, deep in the comment settings, when you upload a video, like there's an option that it's automatically put at where it's like hold, certain rude comments. And it seems like, you know, switching to all comments seems to like take care of the problem. Hopefully that sticks. I still have Team YouTube working on it via Twitter. Gotta check into that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it. I've been CoolHotTakes, and thank you, and see you next time. I need a better outro.